I remember my senior prom like it was yesterday. The music, the people, the food, and the stench of those who needed to put their shoes back on. They know who they are. But it was a beautiful night. It was as if the sun blazed the dance floor like a meteor from the sky, bashing all that gravity contained in the jerks of their legs, jerking back and forth like a jerk. I know that the waves of the waves of a crooked skeleton break me to a Run DMC classic. Until someone asked me, Tonya, why don't you dance anymore? What happened to the electric boogie that shocked your limbs? The choreographed rhythms of your body, waving and shaking as if Harlem depended on it? What happened to the spasms and twerks of your neck? That tick-tock to the circadian rhythm hip-hop clap you moved to? And I answered, the same floorboards I grooved upon, that I shared failed attempts of the moonwalk on summer days when the sun was just bright enough to cast our shadows gyrating on the walls. With the same floorboards that reverberated the footsteps of a man who tiptoed across the stolen night like a thief in his own home, who popped and locked his way under the quilted covers, and I was rolling, rolling, rolling like a river. Tina, my body was so uncomfortable that I had to turn up because his fingers stench of poison, and his eyes bear the burdens of a father, but the loneliness of a forgotten soul, and I guess I kinda know what it's like now to move my body like a snake, Ma. Because all my tossing and turning, squeaking and squirming was messing up his groove. And then I tried to mention it to anyone, I better pray very hard to God that he never found out. But when morning came, I heel-toed my way up to my best friend and told her, but she did not believe me. Repeat, dude. Tension broke the silence and built it back up again. There was no way she wanted to know her father was that type of man, but I never knew my father. So I made the assumption that he was too busy to love me, and my mother never gave him a name, so my father has no name. And surprisingly, I try not to put the blame on Mom, but instead I fill that hole with potential fanatical men, setting my eyes on relationships that would never work out to the beats of a Total Request Live or 106 in Park remix. I was told that my skin was too black to make sense.
Oh!
Wow. That my hair was too nappy to condense. That my lips were as big as that Harlem Shake trend. And all that would ever amount to be the equivalent to why street side gangsters cock their weapons in abandoned corners where the ghosts of lost men remain. I slept with one eye open, because if any demon was going to snatch me away again, I was going to be sure to catch it before it caught me. So I stood and allowed my footsteps to meet a greatness higher than my own. This boombox, this radio, taking me back to what it means to feel good about myself, Nina. But these birds flying high know how I feel. But it helped me to take these broken shoelaces out of my Adidas and searching the skies for an answer. And while trembling, barely making the effort to erect my crooked spinal cord, bent over from the weight of past pain, unknown names and rushed to shame, I stood and I learned the pointless are the anxieties of mine to brood over my past instead of recognizing the fact that my life is not my own to live for. Repeat. Listen. Pointless are the anxieties of ours to brood over our past instead of recognizing the fact that our lives are not our own to live for. That out of hell, a beautiful story can be born that will electric slide its way back into heaven. That from river streaming tears that create beaten and sunken eyes lies the eternal spectrum that is his light. And I am not sorry if my keenness to not quit disturbs you. If the way I emphasize that not for my own strength I stand concerns you. So if you want to know if I will ever dance again, I already have, see, because these words I be and these waltz across my lips are b-boying their syllables for you to hear. Now let them be heard. Thank you.